Peace and blessings, soul family. Welcome back to the channel. New and returning overseas in America. Welcome to everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. In this video, guys, in this segment of Defeating Witchcraft, we're going to be talking about the witching hour, okay? What is meant by that, what takes place at that time. We're going to talk about that time, okay? The witching hour is a 3-hour window. I'm going to go a little deep into it. And I'm also going to talk about the symbolism and importance of blood in the realm of the spirit. Okay. So you guys come on in, vibe with me for a little bit. Hit the like button as you come in. Subscribe if you have not done so already. The intention behind this video is to equip and empower you with the knowledge, the wisdom, the tools, the information that you need to conquer and overcome witchcraft and works of evil in your own life. Okay. I have posted a series of video. I think one has gone up each day this week so far. And you know, I'm going to continue just however I am led in spirit. All right. Now, we have all heard the saying, witches fly at night. We know that witches on TV are depicted flying on brooms. Okay. Now, do witches fly on brooms for real? No. Okay. But we have all heard of astral projection. Astral projection. And so the saying witches fly at night is really just saying that they astral project to go do what they need to do, and then they go back in. They're always in by a certain hour. Okay. Nighttime is a lot goes on at night, and there's a lot that takes place in the first 3 hours of the night. That 12 to 3. This leads us directly back to the prayer watches. And I'm going to try not to go into the prayer watches in this video, because this video isn't about that. But there's a lot that goes on between 12 midnight and 3 a.m., which is why 3 a.m. is so important. Okay. Between 12 and 3 at night, every night. Okay. This is like right when witches and warlocks, evildoers, whatever, are just getting started. Now, am I saying that every ritual that's done during these hours is evil? No, I'm not. I am specifically speaking about black magic, baneful magic, left-handed work. Now, I'm not going to say left-handed works, but black magic, baneful magic for the purposes of this video. Okay. 12 to 3. This is when they're kind of like just getting started with their services, right? Setting up the ritual, and ushering in the spirits that they are conjuring. So just like church people go to church and conjure the Holy Spirit during devotion service, right? Now, they don't use the word conjure, but that's what they're doing. When you call down spirit, when you're ushering in the Holy Spirit, right? You're conjuring the Holy Spirit, calling it down. Just like church people go to church and conjure the Holy Spirit, certain witches, okay, they do a similar thing, except they're conjuring demons, okay, evil spirits and entities. This usually takes place between 12 and 3. All right. The witching hour, 2 a.m. to 3 a.m., is when those prayers and petitions are answered. The demons go out and they get to work. Why? Because they've been paid. How do you pay the demons? How do witches pay the demons? Well, You know, sometimes it's as simple as incantations, chants, prayers, again, petitions, other offerings, right? But I want to let you know that blood is currency in the realm of the spirit, because blood equals life force. And so this is what you know as the blood sacrifice. Most demons, they want blood. Innocent blood. The innocent blood of young boys, young girls, innocent blood. That's what the demons want. And that is the payment that they received. There are deals made. That's really what a ritual is. When we're doing a ritual, it's like you're making a deal with whatever spirit you're working with, be it the ancestors, be it benevolent spirits, benevolent spirits, maleficent spirits. It's a deal that is being made. I'm sure you guys have heard me say before, nothing comes without a cost. Like when you do rituals, root work, whatever, balance always has to be restored. And so you have to give something to get something. Depending on the type of work you do, will determine what you have to give to get. That will determine what payment is. When dealing with demonic entities, okay, they usually want, you know, and the more you give, the more they're going to want. The more you give for them to do, the more they're going to want. Well, what happens when the person, the practitioner, the witch, the warlock, whatever, can't pay? Then what? Well, that's not a pretty sight, because those spirits are going to collect one way or another. All right. This is why I say all the time, spirituality is not a game. It's nothing to play with. People out here conjuring things up that they don't know how to put back in the jar and put back in its place. Okay. But back to the witching hour. I digress. Between 2 and 3, so 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. is when the witches begin to gather together, covens, groups, whatever. They begin to gather together, say little chants, do little things to set up their ritual, to set the atmosphere, to get it all prepped. Okay. Now comes the witching hour, 2 a.m. to 3 a.m., which is where the demonic spirits then go out and do the work for which they have been paid in blood. Which leads me to the 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. prayer watch, and why it is so important, because it is this prayer watch where God's warriors and anointed ones and chosen ones, okay, are now waking, right? Because between 3 and 6, the witches and the demons are returning back to where they are supposed to be, and the chosen ones are rising, okay? And it is during this time frame that these works can be undone. These things can be reversed, canceled out, whatever. That's why when you first awake at the top of your day, there should absolutely be some sort of affirmation, declaration, something. There should be something, prayer, something first thing in the morning. A part of you affirming your day should absolutely include reversing any work of the enemy that was done overnight, be it you or someone connected to you. Okay? So that's an idea or a brief, explanation of the witching hour, what is meant by that, what takes place, how these things work, etc. I want to reiterate that blood is currency in the spirit realm. That means blood is the same as money in the spirit realm, and that's what the spirits want. Okay. When you hear about these people doing whatever, like with children's blood, that is for a very specific reason. It's because the blood of a child is innocent, and it is innocent blood that is needed for sacrifice. This is, again, why the prayer watches are so important, and understanding the prayer watches, understanding what each of them mean, what each of them represents, what is taking place during each watch. Very important. Okay. I want to talk a little bit too about astral projecting. I know that here on this channel, I'm pretty sure I don't have to go into astral projection. I'm not going to. If you are here, you should absolutely know or be familiar with what astral projection is, or at least have heard that term, that phrase. But I want to talk about astral projection for a moment, okay? Because I firmly believe that it is a violation. Plain and simple. Point blank, period. It is a violation. All right. And when people, entities, whatever, astral project, their spirit leaves their body to travel the astral, to go wherever, to do whatever. But the spirit is connected to the body by a silver cord. Okay, that is what keeps the spirit connected to the body. That is what gets the spirit back to the body at the end of the trip. Okay, think of an umbilical cord between an unborn child and the mother. It's similar. If that cord is cut, there is no more life force. If the silver cord is cut in the realm of the spirit, that witch, whomever, they don't make it back to their bodies. And so I'm going to tell you, I know it's easy when things happen, when we see things, wake up in the middle of the night, you see somebody fucking standing over you, that can be scary. I get it. But fear clouds the mind. Fear is the enemy of clarity. You cannot think clearly when you are scared. But I know that it is easier said than done for me to say, do not be afraid. But it's very important, though, that you try not to be afraid, so that you can think clearly, so that you can know what is going on, so that you can act accordingly. The same way you would stop someone from violating your physical home and coming up in there in the middle of the night, uninvited, unwelcome, just intruding on you and your family, and you're going to protect you and your kids, okay? It's the same way you have to, like, govern yourself when there is a spiritual intrusion. It is the same difference. It can be just as harmful. It can be just as harmful. And so you do whatever you need to do to protect yourself, whether it's using your words or cutting that silver cord. And I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to cut that damn silver cord every time. I'm not using no words. I've used enough words in life. You understand what I'm saying? I've been lenient enough with life. I have allowed the enemy to play with me enough in life. Playtime is over. I'm not using words. I'm telling you guys that because I understand that, some people just, they can't bring themselves to cutting that silver cord. But just know that that is an option, but you have to know what goes along with that. You also have to know that authority is everything. Rank and authority is everything. Don't ever do anything that you do not have the authority to do. But also understand that as you overcome, as you heal, as you elevate and level up, your authority increases. Your rank increases. It's really practical. Like it's practical. A lot of people, I find just in conversations with some people, they put so much on it. And it's really, you ain't got to put that much on it. Spirituality is so practical. Like, it ain't logical all the time. It ain't going to make sense all the time. You know what I'm saying? But simple and practical, very much so. Very much so. So I want you to think about that. Think about that. Think about that. How to go about cutting that silver cord? Well, there are different ways, different things that can be done for that, and I will not go into those things here on the channel. Okay, that's something that we can speak about privately or in a consultation or something, for conversations that go that deep. But I really just wanted to explain the witching hour. I wanted to talk about what takes place between 12 a.m. and 3 a.m., what's happening between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m., and then what chosen ones should be doing between 3 and 6 to undo and reverse those evil works. All right. I hope that this information blesses you guys, um, and provides a little bit of a deeper understanding, into warfare, spiritual warfare, witchcraft, and what we're dealing with. Okay. And as I've stated before, guys, on this channel, when I am talking about witchcraft, I'm not talking about what people call white magic. I'm not talking about manifestations. I heard somebody say the other day, angel numbers is witchcraft. And I'm like, baby, y'all think everything is witchcraft. Y'all don't even know for real what witchcraft really is. You know what I'm saying? So here on this channel, when I'm talking about witchcraft, I'm speaking specifically of black and baneful magic. Okay. Um, I'm not speaking about hoodoo. I'm not speaking about root work. Okay. Root work and hoodoo are not witchcraft. Okay. Hoodoo is hoodoo. Root work is root work. In hoodoo, we counteract those things. As I've stated before, can you use it to accomplish certain goals that are the same? Absolutely. Absolutely. But fundamentally, root work and hoodoo are not the same as witchcraft. And I just wanted to reiterate that. Guys, don't forget that I am currently open for spiritual consultations. These are 30-minute calls where we chit chat in order for me to assess, um, whatever your situation is, diagnose it, provide a treatment, be it something that you have to do on your end or something that I have to do for you if you so choose to move forward, right? The spiritual consultation is a required service for anyone who wants custom root work done, okay? Not everything can be handled with just a protection candle or protection spell or a road opening. Sometimes other things have to be done, but we don't know that until we have a spiritual consultation where a conversation can be had and I can really get a good idea as to what the person is dealing with. So I am currently open for those. I am currently open for personal tarot readings and prophetic messages. Okay. If you are interested in getting any of these services, I'm also open for ancestor messages, y'all. If you're interested in securing any service, shoot me an email, check the communities tab. The information and instructions to book will always be there. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to, as I always say, I'm looking forward to continuing this series on defeating witchcraft. I am going to finish out this week with posting a video every day this week, and probably starting next week the videos will probably be twice a week. Okay, I don't know what days yet. I don't have a schedule for the community yet. As that comes to me, I'll create it and put it up. I do all things spirit led over here, so I don't make a move until God say go. Okay, until my ancestors say move your feet, I don't make a move. All right, so those things are coming. I know that they're coming. I just don't know, what it's gonna be yet, but stay tuned for that. Also, remember that our first masterclass or webinar, whatever you want to call it, it's going to be sometime in September. Okay, and that class is going to be on spiritual cleansing, what it is, how we do it, and all the things. Okay, we're going to talk about it. That is going to be an hour-long class. All right, there will be a fee to register for the class. We have to get to where we understand the exchange of energy, guys, in everything. We have to get to where we understand the exchange of energy. Also, final thing, thank you to everyone who drops their Cash App on the giveaway post. Entries is now closed. Entries closed, I believe at 5 on yesterday. So I'll take whatever went up on yesterday, but if anyone left a Cash App today, that's not gonna cut it. All right, keep in mind that I will randomly select one person, and I'm not selecting, Spirit is selecting. I'm just being obedient. Okay, Spirit knows everybody's needs. This is not anything big, but I do pray that it is a blessing to you. All right, and I will be doing this again. So don't feel like if you didn't get it this time, you're just not going to have a chance to get it. No, if you didn't get it this time, drop your Cash App next month when I put that post up. Okay, now the same individual will not be able to go. Okay, you're not going to be able to drop your Cash App and get chosen 2 or 3 months in a row. That's not how that's going to work. We have to be fair to everyone. We're really in the blessing business. And by the same token, guys, I know times are hard for people, but as people are dropping their Cash Apps, listen, if God, Spirit, your ancestors put it on your heart to send somebody a little something, their Cash App is right there. Feel free to do so. Each one reach one. Each one teach one. We are a community. We are a family. And that's what it's all about. Helping. Bartering. Okay. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to put a pin in it. I love you guys. I pray that the information in this video blesses you on today. Okay. And I pray that you find it with some understanding. Of course, as I always say, if you want to talk about it more, if you want to go deeper, we can do that. All right. I love you guys. I'm going to get out of here. Y'all be blessed. Peace.